When you get married, there are a ton of questions that you ask yourself. Who's gonna be my best man? The maid of honor? Where are we gonna have the reception? Unfortunately, these are a few questions that you're gonna have to answer on your own. However, there is one thing that I might be able to help you out with. Today, I'm going to cover frequently asked tax questions for married couples and a few things to remember when filing. If I change my name this year, which name should I use when I file my taxes? If you want to change your name after a marriage or divorce, you must officially inform the federal government. Your first stop is the Social Security Administration, or the SSA. Your name on your tax return must match your name in the SSA records. Otherwise, your tax refund might be delayed due to the mismatched records. Also, don't forget to update the changed names of any dependents. Are we both liable if we file jointly? If you file together, each spouse is liable for all of the tax on the combined income. That means that the IRS can come after either one of you to collect the full amount of the tax. If you're concerned about being held responsible for their share of their taxes, including interest and penalties, you may want to consider filing separately. What do we do if one of us is a victim of tax identity theft? Identity theft can be a financial nightmare. Trust me, it's happened to me. Tax identity theft is when someone files a tax return using one or both spouses' social security numbers in the hopes of claiming your refund. If this happens to you, contact the IRS immediately. Next, contact your banks and credit companies. File a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission and place a fraud alert on your credit report. Okay, so now we're gonna cover something that can be a little bit more difficult to talk about. What tax filing status do I use if my spouse has died? If your spouse passed away during the year, you'll need to determine whether and how your filing status should change. If you didn't marry someone else the same year, you may file with the deceased spouse as married filing jointly. If you have a child, you also might qualify as a widower with a dependent for the following 2 years. This status entitles you to use joint return tax rates and the highest standard deduction amount. If you did remarry during the tax year, you and your new spouse can file jointly. However, in that case, you and your deceased spouse must file separately for the last tax year of the spouse's life. Did you learn something? I sure hope so. Give this video a like and do not forget to subscribe.